your jaws.
Put the gun down before you kill someone.
Teenage Girl's Diary.
Hello and welcome to another Dollar Store Drive-In. I'm your host, Laura.
I'm Joel.
And we're the Newlydeads. Thank you for joining us today. And if this is your first time watching, welcome. We're glad to have you here.
Have a seat.
Have a seat.
Right there.
This is a
things to talk about.
This is a half-hour chat show where we talk about a movie. And you can come talk to us too if it's Wednesday night. Oh yeah, I forgot to do that. If it's Wednesday night and it is around 6:30 p.m.
Central Standard Time
on Tingler Television, or in this case, the YouTubes.
Or the YouTubes.
Yep. You can come talk to us, and Mr. Newlydad will, do exactly that. He's just eating dinner and chatting away while we watch the show with you. It's fun. You should join us.
People hang out sometimes. You should join us too. Be a cool kid.
Be a cool kid. We haven't had our friends there anymore. Like, they haven't been around for a while.
Not the past couple weeks, but
we miss you. Come on
life
back.
Happens.
Yeah, it's true. But also, this is a podcast. So we turn this show, it's a visual show. So if you're listening to us on Spotify, come join us one of these days on the YouTubes. So that way you can see what we're talking about sometimes, because we do reference things sometimes that are in front of us. So we record out of our house. Mm-hmm. This is not a studio. Mm-hmm. So usually we've got dogs wandering around, or Joel puts up different graphics on the screen. We talk about a trailer, and the trailer shows up, and he always makes it look different. And he shows the trailer. So if you want to see all the things that's going on, you can just go to our website, actually, and you can find the links to all of that stuff. So if you go to thenewlydeads.com, you can find all of that information. Plus, we have a blog. We sometimes do in-person events. So like at the end of, is this going to be airing before that? Probably not. Yeah. If you're watching this, we probably already just did Summerween. Maybe. Yeah. Yep. But we're at events like that sometimes. So you can find all of that information there and more.
It is chock full of all things Newlydad.
It is chock full of all of the Newlydad stuff. And you can get a download for a free graphic if you want to turn it into a sticker. I might put some more stuff.
We keep talking about doing more with that, and we will eventually. It just hasn't happened yet. So keep your ears and eyeballs open.
And if you're interested in any of the things that we like to create, you're welcome to let us know. You can contact us at contact@thenewlydeads.com.
He's on it today.
I am on it today. My brain is firing with all of the cylinders. So, but we're here to talk about a movie that we watched, and we've got some criteria for the movies that we watch. Since this is a chat show, we like to kind of keep it formatted in a certain way. So, the first thing is it needs to be under $5. We need to have either found it or purchased it in the wild. Sometimes we buy it on the internet, but for the most part, we like to do some searching and treasure hunting, and we find things at like the dollar store, the Dollar Tree, I guess is the main one. Salvation Army, Goodwill. Sometimes we find it at our friends' stores like Beach Boy Toys. We found a movie there. Just as long as it's not,
over $5.
Over $5 is the main thing. Oh, and one time, my coworker and friend Anne gave us a bunch, so that was also very kind and nice.
Filmmaker say, "Here's my film. Watch it. Talk about it." And we did it.
And if you've got a film that you want us to watch and review, we will be kind to you. I promise. Sometimes we are not kind to the movies that we watch, but we will be kind to you. I promise. And the last thing is we have to have not seen it before, and it needs to be either a horror film, a sci-fi film, or a thriller in that type of genre. So that's pretty much it. And this week we watched a movie that was this a Anne movie?
No.
Okay, this is a one that you found at the dollar store?
Yep, and I actually have 2 copies of it. So at some point you might have a chance to win this film.
How'd you get 2 copies?
Because I couldn't remember if I had it. Because Tartan Asian Extreme, they have similar looking covers.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure if we already owned it. And so I'm like, I better grab it because this will at least be better than most of the stuff we watch.
Gotcha.
So,
all right. Well, yeah, we should give this as a giveaway.
So it may be a giveaway here soon. So keep
Very
your
soon.
eyeballs open.
The movie is called Silk, and it is genuinely haunting and suspenseful, says Gabe Powers of DVDactive.com.
Oh, Gabe. He is such a good reviewer.
Also, this one's even better. A terrifying cocktail of science and the supernatural, says William P. Simmons of SexGoreMutants.com.
That's actually a thing. The first one I've not heard of. I've heard of that one. So.
SexGoreMutants.com. Nice.
That's kind of reputable.
It was also the official selection at the Cannes Film Festival in 2006.
Look at that.
Look at that. That's a thing.
That. That's a real thing.
That's a real thing. So, should I read the synopsis?
The dogs are not.
I feel like you should let Bailey join you. Our dog is in normal Bailey fashion, kind of growling because he wants to sit on someone's lap. So he's going to sit on Papa's lap. So call him up. Joel, call him up. There you go.
I thought maybe Shaggy was going to move and then he would come up.
No, I think he was confused though. All right. So here's Bailey if you're watching.
High
and
five.
If you're not, he's a Shih Tzu and he is black and white.
High five.
I say he's gray, but everybody says he's black and white. But
I think he's black and white.
He's not. He's gray.
He's full color.
He's gray. Okay, so ready?
Yep.
Armed with a newly invented material called the Menger sponge. Am I saying that right?
Yep.
It is Menger sponge. A paranormal investigative scientist, Hashimoto, and his team investigate a crime scene. He captures the energy of the ghost, an unidentified 13-year-old boy. Who is this ghost? Why does it kill people? As they get closer to solving the riddle of the boy's past, he learns the horrifying truth. Fearing that the ghost child is dangerous, the team decides to isolate him, but in doing so, they unknowingly unleash a mysterious force, a much more powerful and ferocious energy to which the boy somehow seems connected. The end.
Silk.
There's outtakes.
Silkins. Yeah, we didn't watch any of the. There are some extra features because it's actually, not a bargain basement movie. The Tartan Asian Extreme is actually something we've talked about before on the show because we've done other films from that series. So it's an actual thing, and there's extra stuff if you're really into the movie to check out. We did not check any of it.
No.
That's not a commentary on the movie itself.
No.
It's just we didn't think about it or had time. So
Silkins. Okay, so
there's definitely a trailer.
Huh?
There's definitely a trailer.
Yeah. Do you want to watch the trailer now?
Probably should.
Yeah, probably.
My microphone keeps falling.
Your microphone?
So it's gonna probably be on the thing. It'll be like
I called it a microphone. There's a brewery that's not too far away from here called Microphone.
That's weird.
It's not doing that noise.
That's called microphone? That's weird. Though.
Microphone. Yep. It's good. I've been there.
Oh, I don't know. I'll take your word
Tasty.
for it.
Okay, so let's watch the trailer. The trailer seems to be
Yes.
a Rubik's Cube.
How's that gonna?
With wheels.
I don't know if this is gonna be.
I think it'll be fine. I think if you type in Rubik's Cube with wheels, you'll be able to find it. And it's squeaky.
Of course it is, because everything's squeaky. Even
like
things
it.
that aren't squeaky are squeaky.
I like it when it does that. Yeah.
I need to isolate that.
Or
section.
like when you clean. Yeah. Okay, so we will be right back. Watch the trailer. I'm sure there'll be fun things and added to it.
We never know until we find out when we watch it.
We'll be right back.
Does truth lie within life or death? Does power grow from love or hate?
So small.
下雨了。说下雨。
これはメンジャースポンジといって人間のタンパク質でできている。これで様々な電波の波長を捕まえることができるんだ。幽霊とエネルギー体だ。スポンジに吸収されたエネルギーで反重力効果が出る。
这绝对是世界纪录，我们抓到了世界上第一只鬼。
どうしてこの子は消えないんだ。
その答えを君に見つけてほしい。
Driven by the desire for knowledge, understanding,
2つのエナジーゾーンを連結させるものだ。
and the ultimate experience.
やっと分かったよ。幽霊になる方法が。
A scientist and a detective search for answers.
你们看，如果这个是拇指，这是另外4指。听好，等一下不论听到什么声音或发生什么事，千万不要睁开眼睛。
But instead,
听我说，不要动。
they unleash a powerful and ferocious energy. Silk.
君が羨ましいよ。人として生きるのは本当に辛い。
We're back. Welcome back. What?
Trying to remember what I rated it on Letterboxd.
Oh,
Incidentally, you can find me on Letterboxd if you want to check out my reviews and find out what I think of movies before they're talked about. That's not good.
it's fine. I think it's fine.
It's fine. It's more about the discussion anyway.
Yes.
So whenever we watch a movie, I always take notes.
So do I,
Laura
sometimes.
collects them and puts them together in a flip book at the end of the year that you can check out on the newlydeads.com. Laura also takes notes sometimes. And this time she was one of the times that she did take notes. That was a weirdly constructed sentence. I want to go to there. Anyway, and I also draw pictures. That's why she posts them.
I made some weird.
So the things I drew, I drew this guy just in a matter of like 2 seconds.
No,
was
I
just
like him.
quick, like he
you
kind of
drew
looks like
Pac-Man.
Melvin from The Descendants. And then I drew Pac-Man with the way that the printers, for some reason, transposing my stuff, it's cutting it off so you can't see all the images. But I drew Pac-Man because there was ghosts in the movie, so I was like, it was a ghost.
I drew a lot of things.
Good Lord, you did.
I got a ghost in a box, baby.
And you drew the Menger sponge.
And where? No, that's the ghost in the box.
No, at the top, in the word silk. That's the.
Oh, that is the Menger sponge.
Yeah, you drew the Menger sponge.
And then boiled eggs. I drew how to become a ghost, and he
I like
says,
ghost.
"Boo, mother f."
Whoa,
Mhm.
ghost has got attitude.
I drew a cow, and it said "Death by Beef Nudes."
Oh,
And then I drew the creepy fast ghosty,
she was.
and
kinda
it says,
weird.
"I just wanted beef noodles."
Oh, poor guy.
And then I drew
Little bit.
Hashimoto.
Hashimoto.
I drew "Follow the Silky Brick Road,"
Beep,
and
beep.
it says "honky honky" on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my wife says for a bicorn.
And then I don't know why I just drew this guy, and it says I'm weird.
Because he's weird. That's right.
Mhm. Oh, and a daylily. I drew daylily.
Oh yeah, their dailies are. We got a lot of things to cover. We do had a lot going on there. So to get to the actual thing that we are here for, because I didn't see these until right now, and I'm enjoying looking at them, but you all can't see them at this point. So yeah, you can kind of see them there if you squint really and get close to your TV or your phone or whatever. Anyway, Silk is from 2006. It is currently sitting at 6.4 out of 10 on the Internet Movie Database. It's a Taiwanese film that also has American actors and dialogue in it. And the main characters in the film are all different. Like one is Taiwanese, one is Japanese, one is Chinese, one is like Southern Chinese or something. I forget. There's some sort of differential between where they're from. But yeah, they're from. So I think they speak more than just one language. But anyway, This is directed by Chow Bin-soo, who also wrote the film. So some films that he directed, I Qing Ling Yao, which I chose that one. You'll see when I put the image up here, because I always put the posters up on the screen. Reign of Assassins and Parallel World sound interesting. And then some movies that he wrote, The Cabbie, which who doesn't want to see a movie about a cabbie? He wrote one of the sequences in Three Extremes Part 2, which is an anthology series. The first volume is on the shelf. The second volume, I don't think I've ever actually seen. And then he wrote 2 films called The Crossing and The Crossing 2. Actually, he's got he's got a pretty extensive filmography. This also stars one Shang Shen, who you may recognize from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, which if you did not see that in the theater, chef's kiss. He also was in Red Cliff 1 and 2, which are the John Woo cinematic, like, big epic stories. Crouching Tiger was Ang Lee, but Red Cliff is John Woo, both of those. And then he was in Brotherhood of Blades 1 and 2. This also stars Karina Karyan Lam, who was in Coma with a K. I don't know why it's with a K. She was in Candy Rain.
Candy Rain. Candy Rain.
And Legally Declared Dead, which, yeah, enough said. And finally, Yosuke Iguchi, which I believe was
Hashimoto.
if I remember correctly. He was in The Haunted Samurai, which was another movie called Haunted Samurai from the 60s, I want to say, that is extremely violent and very gory, that if you haven't seen it, go look it up. The Queen of Lunch, which was a TV series, and I had to write that down because it sounds like, I don't know, I aspire to be the king of lunch. So this apparently is the Queen of Lunch. And The Brain Man, not to be confused with the Rain Man, who if they teamed up, they'd be like a superhero duo.
The Brain and the Rain.
The Brain and the Rain Man. All right. So at this point, my wife turns to me and says,
"What did you think?"
And this is where we actually get into discussion of the actual film itself and get in the gritty,
Nitty-gritty.
bitty committee of the movie. So as we mentioned there, the Menger sponge is kind of the focal point of the movie, which is a strange word. I wrote Menger sponge and the emo kid with lip reader opening. Sounds like because Menger Sponge and the Emo Kid is the name of the band, and then Lip Reader is the other band that's opening for them. So it's like a band thing. But
That's what he made up.
The Menger Sponge is like this little cube that's does all sorts of magical things, but it essentially right. If they could figure out how to make it power up the right way, it'll make you be able to walk on the ceiling. That's like the big thing.
Yeah.
But it like traps ghosts, which ghosts in this particular world in the movie don't exist. Like once you die, your body, your ghost or your whatever energy pulls out of the body for a second and then dissipates. So the fact that they have this one ghost that is existing is like a big deal because they don't exist.
Yeah, and they couldn't figure out like why. He's trying to figure out how he exists.
And he wants to use him for the purpose of making the Menger sponge do its job.
Yeah.
But like this thing, like they spray it on the eyeballs, and so you can see like spiritual entities.
Yep.
They spray it on bullets, so the ghost can see the bullets flying.
And you can shoot a ghost.
It doesn't hurt the ghost, but it actually puts holes in it.
Yeah.
It can turn into a bunch of Menger sponges that can then trap the ghost inside it, like a little box.
They go, and then it goes, bing, and then it makes like bunches of Menger sponge. It's weird.
It can be different sizes. I don't know. It's just it's kind of a plot device. I don't get it. There's I'm sure more to it.
The CGI for it's a little, but it was 2007, right?
6.
I thought it said 7.
It feels like 1999, like the Mummy level of special effects, where they're not terrible, but they have points where they're not good either. Especially like when the hands are reaching into the chest to massage the heart and things like that.
Yeah.
Not good. Or the ghost coming out of the beef noodles.
Beef nudes.
Yeah, that one's send beef nudes, please. Actually don't anymore.
Yeah, we don't eat meats.
So this was a weird combination of action movie and ghost story and mystery thriller horror thing. like it was a mashup of different things, which was fun and kind of different and made it a little bit more enjoyable. But it was weird because, you know, you see it and you're like, Tartan Asia in Extreme, you're like, okay, it's going to be bloody and gory and it's going to be over the top and weird and a horror movie. And instead you get this kind of pseudo action thriller mystery thing.
It was pretty slow going in the beginning.
It was a little bit, yeah, because what happened?
I fell asleep. But not for the whole thing, just for a second.
Yeah, it was only like 10, 15 minutes of the
Yeah.
movie. She fell. And if you've never seen the show before, if Laura falls asleep, that's a bad sign for the movie. They get deducted points for that. But it also, you know, can be factors of other things. But typically it's because the movie just is kind of not really doing it for her. There's a lot of Nokia phones in this because it's 2006. Why not?
Yeah.
It was very fast and loose with the ghost logic. Although there was one particular scene where they took the ghost kind of rules that they established, and it was kind of a cool thing where a character in the film, I won't tell you who, but they die, and they're trying to pull him out of the room where the Menger sponge has been sprayed that's keeping the little boy ghost trapped. And when they pull the body out, the ghost stays. So it's like it hits the wall and it goes, and the body stays there, leaning up against the, you know, the wall, so to speak, and the other body is out in the other room now. This just was kind of a fun effect that if you weren't expecting it, which I wasn't, I was kind of, oh, that's kind of cool. Had good music, kind of reminded me of the score from The Crow. There was one scene that was a little bit off-putting where the little boy ghost is out in the street and walking around doing his thing, and he kind of stops to like sit for a minute, and a drunk guy comes over and starts peeing on him, and he doesn't know there's a ghost. He can't see him. He's just peeing, and the ghost happens to be in the way. And I thought it was a weird choice.
Because Joel goes, "What the heck?" And that's what woke me up. And then I was like, "What is happening?" And it looked like he was like not peeing because he was at the end of his pee, so he was like shaking it.
Yeah.
So I thought he was doing something else in front of the little boy, and I was like, "That's not right."
That's not. I mean, the peeing was bad enough, but to be, you know, shaking hands with yourself is a little different. And this, I mean, the kid was probably what, between 7 and 8, maybe at most. Yeah, he was a little boy.
Gross.
I also learned something with this movie. Very important lesson that if you bury a body in dirt, it will perfectly preserve the body to the point where you can literally like dig it up and it'll look like it just died. It's amazing. I didn't know that. I thought bodies decayed as soon as they like the life left. They immediately started to decay. No,
not in this movie.
Mm-hmm. It lasts for years and years and years perfectly. No embalming fluid, nothing. Just choke and drop.
Yeah, because she just, buried him in that one
flowers.
Spot. Yep, buried him with the flowers.
I have to admit that despite all the kind of the joking around and kind of negative things we've said a little bit here and there, this was pretty original. I can honestly say I've only ever seen one other thing that even comes close to it, which is what ended up being my recommendation. And even though there's some kind of questionable special effects and some kind of weird decisions that were made, I actually had a lot of fun with it once it got past that first act.
Joel liked it.
Although I was really sad because one guy, all he wanted was beef noodles.
Beef nudes.
And he finally goes to a restaurant after, the rest of the crew is kind of dispersing because things happen that you have to see the movie to understand. And he orders not just a regular size, but like the super size bowl. And it's like this giant bowl of beef noodles. It was like my dream of like.
Joel loves beef and noodles.
I was so happy. And then before he could even like get all the way through the beef noodles, he gets murdered by a ghost. Won't tell you what happened.
That came out of the bowl. I mean, I'll tell you that. Yeah.
And it was sad. I was sad because their noodles were never going to be finished.
No.
And it also was interesting because apparently ghosts can be thrown from moving vehicles. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and they can if they stand in the middle of the road, they can just hitch a ride in a vehicle.
And when I thought it was love I thought it was hate that was the thing and not love, I wrote hate ghost and I did it like the 8th grade logo. because I thought it was funny.
That is funny.
So
I wrote
anyway.
not hate, only love.
See, and that's kind of the lesson of this movie is that with love, all things are possible. I
Good
do
way to
want to
put it.
know why the main character, who is a likable guy, who made some really bad decisions and was a horrible shot with his gun, after he shot up a subway train, not at anybody in particular, he's trying to shoot at the ghost, which he already knew wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he shot at the ghost. He died momentarily.
Mm.
And all this, like, people ran and there were bullets everywhere and there were shell casings on the
There's no
floor and he's bloody.
repercussions.
And at the end of the movie, it's just like, okay, see ya.
Have a nice day.
Meanwhile, he got arrested previously in the film for shooting a cop and 2 innocent bystanders and just randomly shooting into the crowd.
He was shooting at a ghost.
But he was shooting at the ghost, right? And there was just ricochet and
Nobody knows
collateral
that.
damage. But he got out of that because he had help, but he didn't have the help at the end of the movie, and somehow he still got away with it.
Mm.
That's 2 times he was shooting in public and could have potentially killed several people, but we'll never know what happened. So,
Yeah.
you have any thoughts on it? I know I've just
No, I mean, I dug it. Like I said, I was sleepy when it started, and I said it was a little slow moving, and then I fell asleep. So it's like boop, 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 you know, but I didn't sleep very long. So that's nice. I only missed a little tiny bit of it.
It was minimal. Yeah. Like part of the first time.
I feel like, there's some problems with it, but you know, it was interesting. You know, is it my favorite movie I've ever seen?
No, it was definitely different though. And as I was watching it, I was like, whew, this is going to be rough. The further I get into it, the more I kind of appreciated aspects of it. And it's so over the top and weird and kind of silly that it bears repeating. And with the right crowd, could be a fun, you know, midnight movie kind of thing.
Yeah, it wasn't scary.
No, it was anything but scary. The ghost, I mean, he was just wandering around living his best life. More or less.
Yeah. Do we want to rate it?
Yeah, probably.
All right. So on a scale of up to 5 beef noodles.
I was hoping you were going to go there.
Beef noodles.
I want some noodles with some broth, maybe some tofu or something.
Yeah.
Like flavored tofu.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so I kind of went back and forth from the beginning of the film to the end of the film, and then I thought about it when I wrote my little brief review, and I'm going with a 3. Right in the middle.
I was going to give it a 3, but I fell asleep.
Oh no. So it ended up being a 2?
Mm-hmm. But I feel like
Sorry,
I can do what I want.
You can do it. This is our show. You can do whatever the hell you want.
I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
You can give it an R if you want.
I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
A letter K.
Because I only fell asleep for 15 minutes.
You can give it a piece of chicken wire fence.
I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
So okay, so we got a 3 and a 2.5. And I was debating whether it should have been a 2.5, but I'll stick with a 3.
Yeah, I'm going with 2.5.
Get confusing here.
Yeah. All right. So if they don't want to watch this movie, but they do want to watch something, what should they watch?
I'm going to make a recommendation for the closest thing I think of that kind of is similar, but on a much bigger scale and with a much less. The plot is different, but some of the themes are the same. So I'm going with 2016's Spectral, the Netflix original film, about a military organization that is at war with ghosts. So they're actually shooting ghosts.
I've not
and
seen
killing
that.
ghosts and making them go away. And it's kind of like if you had like a zombie movie with ghosts instead of zombies.
Weird.
Sort of. It's not got the best reviews, but if you want a fun movie to watch on a Friday night when you're hanging out with your best friend and you're eating beef nudes, you could do far worse. It's a lot of fun. It's not going to win any awards. It didn't have any sequels, unfortunately, which I feel like it could have. But yeah. It's similar enough that I say, Joel Bob says, check it out.
I'm going to blow this one up.
You are?
Yeah, because we've got another one.
Oh.
We've got a backup. So.
Okay. Sorry, Silk.
We've got another one.
There is another.
So what are we watching next week?
Next week from the Big Bucks of Fun, we are watching the first one on the back.
Oh, this looks like is this one of the Anne originals?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
But look at the back. And
I will.
Oh.
It's 5 blood-soaked thrillers on 2 DVDs, and this is the classic slasher collection. So we're watching the first one on here, you said?
Yeah.
That is Don't Look in the Basement.
From 1973.
Yeah, starring Rosie Holitic, Annabelle McAdams, and director is S.F. Brownrigg. It says a young nurse arrives at an isolated sanitarium where the lunatics are truly taking over the asylum. Rated R. April
Pretty short.
1972.
Synopsis.
Oh, Playboy cover girl.
Barbie Benton? I think.
No. Rosie Holitic.
Barbie
Playboy
Benton.
cover girl, April 1972.
Seems to always be the one that's in these movies. This one actually has a sequel that came out way later, and I believe it was way later. But
a lot of these other ones look interesting.
But this one actually has some releases on Blu-ray, obviously DVD releases. It's one that kind of was like a 42nd Street late night, midnight movie sort of thing. And I've heard of it. I'm actually excited to watch it. It's been on my list to see for a long time. And thanks to this fun little collection, which has some other ones that are actually going to be fun too, it's a nice little change of pace. Like when we watch Psychomania.
Scream, Bloody Murders, Silent Night, Bloody Night, The Hatchet Murders, and The Severed Arm are the other ones that are on here.
Oh no, The Severed Arm is on the shelf. We already own that film.
So we can't watch that one?
No. But you can watch it with me. I'll watch it again.
What about Silent Night, Bloody Night?
I already wrote a review of it. You can check it out at thenewlydeads.com. That one is not one I've ever seen.
Scream, Bloody Murder?
Nope, I don't think so.
Hatchet Murders?
Nope.
I've heard of the Hatchet Murders.
But I like a good Hatchet Murders.
All right. Well, just to reiterate, if you want to watch us, if you want to find us, you can find us at thenewlydeads.com for all of your Newlydeads needs. And then, of course, you can always contact us at contact@thenewlydeads.com again. So we want to thank you very much for watching. We really appreciate any time somebody's watching the show, anytime you comment on something. We do this as a hobby. We don't get paid for this. This is something that we just enjoy doing. It brings happiness and joy in our lives. So hopefully we're bringing happiness and joy in yours as well. So thank you very much for watching. And until next week.
Keep it cheap and creepy.
Bye.
Go look after your mother and sister. Where are you going?
I'm gonna finish this.